we've kind of come through this period of like all these OnlyFans girls on these chat shows and people like ripping them apart. And I'm not saying that's good or bad. Like people have made decisions, but I think what people don't realize is making fun of these girls is kind of like you're adding to the same energy. You're adding to the same thing. Like it's
completely ridiculous. Like just you're watching them girls on YouTube. Just don't watch them girls on YouTube. Don't go for an OnlyFans girl. There's so many other normal girls in the world. Just don't go for an OnlyFans girl, or look at where you're choosing to find these girls. So if you're in Dubai, if you're in Miami, if you're in Ibiza, you're at a much higher percentage of picking up the wrong type of girl than if you're in Yorkshire, in the hills, in the UK. Like look at where you're trying to find but look at where you're trying to find the girls. Look at the types of girls that you're going for. If you're going for a girl that's in a club and she's at a table, like you're choosing the wrong. If you don't like that and you want to kind of dig into all these OnlyFans girls, like no one is forcing you to choose one of those girls.
Yes.
And if you're picking girls up from a club and they're at tables and they go out every single night of the week, like that is not the type. Like for me, that's not the type of girl that I want. And it's going to be very hard to develop a serious relationship with a girl who wants to go and do that.
So yeah, like obviously you're clear with what you want. I was introduced to kind of like quite an interesting perspective the other week actually, and it's this idea that like these there's a lot of kind of hate thrown at like OnlyFans hoes, all of this. Men are giving them the attention. They exist because we say yes. We say, as men or as women, whatever, we say yes, more of that. And we say it with our time, with our attention, and with our money. And all they're doing is, okay, you can say what you want about someone's morals, but they're capitalizing on that attention in the way that they know
exactly
how. Like, who are you to judge, really, when you're the one feeding it? And it's if you don't like it, it's not a case of, oh, I'm going to talk shit about them. Like I'm going to start a podcast, invite a load of them on and just like talk shit about them. Actually, I'm going to focus my attention and my time elsewhere.
Exactly.
Be for something rather than against something.
Exactly.
And I think this is kind of like the turn we're going to have to take, really, if we want to mend what we've got going on. Because the more we shout at what we don't like about each other, the more that creates more of that energy and the more it pushes us apart. And we really need each other, men and women. Otherwise, we cease to exist as a species. So we need to figure out how we can really get on and make that work.
Yeah, like exactly. Like it's not us against them. And I don't like, and also if you're with your partner or your girlfriend or whoever it is, remember like, you're a team. You're not against each other. You're not in competition against each other. And like stupid shit, like my friends are always getting in trouble for liking other girls' pictures and stuff. And like this again is another thing that's just completely ridiculous. Like ask yourself, would you be happy if your girlfriend is liking other boys' photos? And if you don't care about that, that's fine. Then you can go and like girls because then you're obviously very secure, or you just don't care, or you don't think like that. But if you don't like it when your girlfriend likes other boys' photos, then don't go and like girls' pictures.
Can we be friends with girls?
It's a hard one.
It's a hard one. Right?
I don't think, like, this is what I've explained. I've explained this, like, God, this might rile people up the wrong way. But I've told my girlfriend 1,000,000 times that all of her boyfriends are like, bro, I looked at the messages on it. I've seen the messages on Instagram. She shows me, oh, look, it's nothing. But like they're reacting with heart eyes to her bikini pictures. And I'm like, he's not just your friend. Like he wants to fuck you. And at some point potentially will want to fuck you. If me and you break up, then he's waiting for the door to be open again. Like
they're called male orbiters.
Yeah. There's like a very low chance that there's a guy speaking to a girl because he just wants to be friends. I mean, I have a really good friend, Sophie, in Ibiza, and she's like my sister, but my girlfriend sometimes gets very insecure about her and doesn't trust her. But I can't explain it because I don't trust her boyfriend, so it's a really difficult situation. But Sophie's like literally like one of my best friends. She's like my sister. She's like, I don't think of her in that way at all. So it's hard to explain that to a Latina girlfriend.
Yeah, I bet.
But then she wants to tell me. And again, I should have got super personal with this, but I don't care. Me and my girlfriend want to talk about this type of stuff anyway, because I'm interested to hear other people's perspectives. Like, I don't care. People can judge me all they want. So like, how should I be allowed Sophie to be one of my friends, but I can't allow my girlfriend to be friends with one of her friends?
Yeah.
But then again, it's just boundaries. Like, Sophie doesn't react with heart eyes on every single story that I post or say weird things. So, I mean, you have to be able to read the situation. But I think you can be friends with a girl, and I think a girl can be friends with boys, but she has to have her boundaries in place, and she has to have respect and kind of some form of authority to be like, look, you can be my friend, but like, there's nothing ever happening here.
What I found recently is I've become, because I don't know the answer. I don't know the answer. There's some beautiful women and amazing, wonderful women I've met over the last 2-3 years from traveling who, haven't dated necessarily, but I think they're incredible people and I've learned so much from them. Has there been something there from there? And maybe, and it does get a bit, I can feel where the blur sort of happens. I'm like, oh, and I kind of like withdraw a bit of attention. But what I found recently is being friends with my mates' girlfriends is actually a really nice relationship because the boundaries are so clear. So it's actually, a lot of my best girlfriends now are girlfriends of my mates because you have those clear boundaries.
Which is really nice.
And it's really nice. It's really nice, man.
And it's also nice because like, it's also nice, say for example, it's nice if she ever wanted to talk to you, not behind her boyfriend's back, but if she ever wanted to talk to you about something about him, then you can kind of give a boy's opinion. It's always nice to have another man's opinion or another woman's opinion on something. Because sometimes when you just get girls' opinions, like if it's a girl and she just listens to the girls, then it's going to be problems. And if you're a boy and you just listen to the lads, just put her in the bin. Like, you don't need her anyway. Just come with the lads. So we feel like you can't listen to that. Yeah. Like, boys, just your boy friends who are single and want to just enjoy you as you, and they don't want you to have a girlfriend because they're being selfish. Yeah. So you have to always just remember like who you're speaking to and what advice you're taking.
There's always ulterior motive. Well, often there's ulterior motives.